LeBron James has selected his team. Remember, this year we got captains choosing teams. We don't have East against West. LeBron James' team, the starters, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Kyrie Irving joining LeBron. His reserves, got Bradley Beal and John Wall on either side. LaMarcus Aldridge, Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook, Victor Oladipo, and Kristaps Porzingis. Meantime, Steph Curry, Team Stephen, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, the Greek Freak, Joel Embiid joining Curry as the starters, and his reserves, a couple of his teammates from Golden State, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, and also Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Karl Anthony Towns, and Al Horford. Now, I know the question you're all asking. This draft was held earlier this afternoon.
In secrecy.
How did it all play out? Well, I had a chance to talk to the two captains about how this NBA first went. All right, Captain LeBron and Captain Steph, thank you for doing this. We certainly appreciate it. And I can only imagine that this had to take you back a little bit to the playground years and years ago, didn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How about it, Steph?
For sure, it was cool. It's just the names that we were picking. It kind of caught me off guard at first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and most of the time when you're on the playground, it went quickly. I want him, I got him, you got him here, and let's play. How much more thought was required here, and did you have a plan going in, LeBron?
No, I mean, listen, I had a plan, but you know, when you're doing a draft or you're picking somebody, you know, you already know in your mind that the other captain is going to take somebody that you want. So now your plan gets messed up, so you got to kind of rebound after that. But you know, it was definitely fun. It took me back, like you said, Ernie.
How about you, Steph?
Well, yeah, I mean, I had the second pick at the beginning, so it was all kind of seeing where Bron wanted to go with the first pick, and then watching the kind of snowball from there. So I had a game plan. I kind of knew what my order was, trying to get a little bit of every position. But when you get about to like the middle part of the reserves, that's where it was a little tricky. You had to put some thought into it to try to fill out the team and see what kind of look you wanted for your team.
How much advice were you both getting, either wanted or unwanted, leading into the draft?
Man, listen, I've been hearing from my teammates so much the last few days about who you're going to take first. You know, if he takes this guy, who you going to take? Are you going to take the guy from your conference or from the Western Conference? So, you know, my teammates been in my ear the last few days, man, and I just try to, listen, I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to take. You know, I'll be ready to go, you know, once the draft gets started, though.
Yeah, Steph, you had said you might have to do some GMing. Was there any point where you tried to swing a trade with LeBron and sold him on something?
I was consulted with my team beforehand to see if there's a package that we could kind of come up with that would entice Bron to maybe help me move up a little bit at the top. But that's part of the game. You get that the timer in your head, like you know, days leading up to the draft, the time's ticking. But it was funny. Our GM Bob Myers called me this morning, asking me what my algorithm was for ranking players and what kind of look I had. And he's like, "Hey, this GM job isn't that easy, so have fun with it."
So paint the picture for the fans at home. So Steph, you were at home during this on the phone, right?
Yes.
And LeBron, you're at the practice facility?
Yeah, I'm at the practice facility, yeah.
In a room by yourself, or is anybody surrounding you and trying to listen in? Or is it totals?
No, I had one of my guys with me. You know, and the difference, the best job for us is, unlike Bob Myers and unlike Kobe, you know, our guy in our front office, we get to pick from a lot of all-stars. We don't have to figure out guys of potential or guys that's coming out of college or guys that's coming from overseas. We get to go after, you know, 22 all-stars when we do our draft. So, you know, it's definitely a lot easier for us.
All right, so tell me, LeBron, you had the first pick. Who'd you take?
No, I can't tell you that.
Oh,
man.
come on! I mean, but
he tried to get you.
I can't tell you that, man.
No, but LeBron.
I can't tell you that, man. I might have to kill you if I tell you that.
I'll take that. And some people would probably appreciate it. But anyway, but you had said, hey, look, we're all grown men. There are no hurt feelings, you know, that kind of thing, you know. And so you're not going to tell me you pick Kevin Durant first, because I know he's on your team.
No, I ain't telling you.
Okay.
I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you.
Okay, who'd you? Then who'd you take?
You know Kevin
then who'd
Durant
you
is
take
on my
second?
team.
Who'd you take second then, LeBron?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this, Ernie. This thing should have been televised, and when me and Steph was doing the draft, we started laughing very hard at one point. I'm not even gonna tell you what part it was, but we started laughing very hard at one point. It definitely should have been televised, that's for sure.
Well, we're pretending it was televised now, so everybody would know your first pick. And hey, Steph, here's the deal, Steph. I'm just going to assume, Steph, since Kevin Durant is not on your team, he was not available for you.
I guess that's part of the drama, because you never know if he went, somewhere else and I had KD on the board. I might have to go back to my locker room and
listen. That's all. It's all part of the drama. You don't know.
Hey, look, I'm smart enough to know that KD ain't going to sit on that board for very long, y'all. Okay, all right. So Steph, are you also in the cone of silence on who your first pick was, or can I say you probably went James Harden?
I can't divulge that information, but I will say, like Bron said, I will say we did have a good time, and as this format starts to plan out for next year, hopefully we're both the captains again, and we can broadcast it to the world in real time. But it was cool to kind of just get it behind closed doors, just me and Bron talking, just going through these names. It was crazy.
Was there a lot of give and take back and forth between y'all in the course of that?
No, it wasn't much give and take. We had, like I said, we had a couple moments where, I picked a guy and Steph, was like, oh, I could hear it in his voice. There was a time where Steph picked somebody and he kind of messed up my draft board. He messed my draft board up, and I was like, ah. So, but at the end of the day, man, like I said, the fans, we didn't think this out all the way through. The fans should have been a part of this for sure. Everybody who loved the game, but it's the first year, and I think it's going to be pretty cool going into the future as well.
Look, I'm looking at your team, LeBron. Okay, and a lot of people have weighed in the days leading up to the draft. You even said a lot of your teammates are talking, but there was some thought that there's no way Kyrie Irving will wind up on LeBron's team, but Kyrie Irving is on your team, and Kevin Love is on your team. What is it about your team that you like the most, and how did the Kyrie situation present itself for you?
I mean, I just try to pick the best available players, and to be able to team up back with Kyrie, it's always special, and along with Kevin Love, just, for us to have another weekend to bring back some of the memories that we had when we were all together. So, Kyrie was available on the draft board. He's one of the best point guards that we have in our league. So, it was an easy choice for me.
I was talking to Kenny Smith before you and I and Steph all sat down. He said the most important thing, if he were a captain, is getting his teammates on that team. So you got Kevin Love on your team, Clay, Steph. You've got Clay, and you've got Draymond. That's where I thought maybe there would be some kind of a package deal where Steph, you would say, hey, look, LeBron, I got the first pick in the reserves. If you give me the first 2 picks, you can have the next 3. Was there any kind of discussion like that?
Well, see, the difference between me and
came
Steph
up
is
in my discussions.